Uh, Good afternoon to our viewers out there. Today I'm going to share the COVID-19 financial resilience, helping to navigate through this crisis. Okay, now let's talk about how will you manage your financial management system in times of COVID-19 pandemic. I'm going to share with you some uh, 10 tips on how to cope up your financial struggle. First, how are you going to navigate your financial crisis, your financial resilience? As we all experience this firsthand, the spread of COVID-19 has charged the global landscape, meaning to say from all over the world, we are affecting the COVID-19 pandemic, affecting our financial, our daily, finance, how to handle finances, professional when it comes to our job. Most of our workers have lost their job. Social environment. We cannot go to the mall. We can't go to the bars. We don't. We cannot go to meetings in other social gatherings. The sudden disruption caused by this public health crisis are presenting economic challenges by growing repercussion, meaning to say, because of this pandemic, our economic challenges has been has been down because of the closure of some establishment. Most of the establishment from all around the world because of the effect of this COVID-19 pandemic. While some factor affecting financial well-being are beyond individual control. Okay, how are you going to cope up with this challenge? And how are you going to manage your finances every day in our lives? Financial knowledge can help people better manage their finances through times of hardship and times of prosperity. Okay, from time to time, you have your emergency fund, right? If you have an emergency fund, three or 3 or 6 months your emergency fund. You have your emergency fund. Second, uh, through the help of you have a job. If you have a job, eh, you can help your uh, monthly salary. If you don't have a job because of the lockdown that brought by this pandemic, we are able to survive from having our businesses such as online business. Most of the Filipino people here in the Philippines has been able to use social media, our Facebook, our YouTube as a platform of introducing their new businesses online. Because most of the people nowadays are able to use this kind of social media platform to introduce their business as a platform into a new normal. I would like to share with you some 10 suggestions to manage money in times of crisis. First, number one, learn what the national and local government is providing in this time of crisis. Okay, here in the Philippines, The lockdown has been started last March 15, 2017, and, and until this present times. We have financial resources from the government agencies. Most of the local government, city government has been able to deliver goods to the Filipino people and lost work because of coronavirus. Most of our workers have lost their job. How to get unemployment? Okay, most of us borrowed money from the loaning institution such as the bank and from our neighbors. Then how are you going to cope up in these challenges? So a guide to COVID-19 economic stimulus relief. What does it mean? When we say we have this, according to American is increasingly feeling the impact of coronavirus both on their everyday lives and their financial well-being. Okay, as a result, this is what the result is, or the recently signed CARES Act. The majority of Americans started to see some financial relief starting in April through economic impact payment, or this is what you call EIP, being used by the Internal Revenue Service. You know, in United States, we have this what you call the EIP, where work to break down the most common question about the economic impact payments, including how much you're eligible to receive and when you can expect to receive it. Then most of our workers in the United States have been introduced this kind of platform to to be able to address the economic crisis. Okay, okay, this one, unemployment insurance relief during COVID-19 outbreak. What does it mean? Okay, it here I am going to discuss unemployment insurance relief during COVID-19 outbreak. Okay, the CARES Act signed into law by President Trump on March 27 gives state the option of extending unemployment compensation to independent contractors and other workers who are ordinarily ineligible for unemployment benefits. Okay, in US, in the United States, there are some act that passed during the pandemic. It is what you call the CARE Act, signed into the law that every workers have been able to use the CARE Act in order to have their uh, another source of income because of unemployment that is really happening right now in the United States. Then deciding how to best apply your stimulus check. Uh, it discuss how are you going to manage your finances, your expenses, your daily expenses in your family, in your loved ones, or even in your business. If you have your business, how are you going to surpass these challenges? Okay, number two, learn about possible hardship adjustment in financial and other contracts. Okay. You need to protect yourself financially from impact of the coronavirus. Okay. You need to think about yourself that you need to be healthy mind and body. So your social well-being will able to become stable. You can think better in the midst of these challenging times, this coronavirus. What you need to know about uh, financial assistance from the government or from your employer. Okay, how you protect yourself, your family. Let us discuss this protection for renters during coronavirus. Okay, most of our workers are renting their homes. Okay, how are you going to protect your family from this kind of pandemic? Okay, if you're having trouble making rent payments as a result of coronavirus pandemic, you are not alone. Fortunately, there are step renters can take, as well as many significant protection from eviction that apply in a certain situation. Here in the, guys, here in the Philippines, our government, our national government has imposed to all the rentee that they need to be able to wait until the renter has been able to pay for the such amount. Okay, they be able to use some of mode of payment such as installment in order for them to pay from time to time as per the national government advice to the owners of the houses that they are able to rent. Next, we have number three, revisit and create a budget to manage the new condition imposed by the crisis. Okay, this one, your knowledge your about uh, budget plan, how to make your budget plan and your daily expenses. Let's talk about this. Tools to help you manage your financial life from the National Endowment for Financial Education. Okay, this one, papasok na po dito yun. How are you going to manage your finances? Where do you get your finances? Then how are you going to manage your finances? And coronavirus budgeting tips from financial planner. Okay, we have your financial planner yourself. You yourself can be a financial planner. By what? By how? Okay, financial planner. The coronavirus pandemic has hit the US economy hard, showing millions of Americans out of work. For some, a bit relief will come when stimulus checks start arriving next week. They will decide what to do with that money to the ano pa. But how do you make smart financial decision at a time like this? Okay, according to the Tiffany College, maintain a strong cash position if possible. You have your emergency fund that you can get every day in your daily living. Next one, should you take Social Security early to weather coronavirus? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the by Lauren Kotlikot. The coronavirus is scary enough. Okay, most of us are scary to go outside, but for far too many of us, it's becoming a financial nightmare. Million, here the example of the American. Millions of Americans are about to lose their jobs, and those with stock have lost 35% of their holding over the past week. Every household is different. From those who have not yet taken Social Security, temptation to regroup their losses by taking benefits early, even at the cost of lower annual amount, is surely very strong. It's also like a huge mistake. Okay, uh, this is what Lauren says. Let's talk about tip number four. Rebuild over time a buffer stock of savings. What does it mean? Okay, we have an essential guide to building an emergency fund. What are those? Okay, an essential guide to building an emergency fund. We all experience unexpected financial emergencies. A vendor, unexpected medical bill, a broken appliance, a loss of income, or even a damaged cell phone, large or small. These unplanned expenses often feel like they hit at the worst time. Okay, let's talk about the emergency fund for number 4. Okay. When I say emergency fund, it talks about uh, 3 to 6 months if you are 70 to a healthy mind for a wise person. Okay, let's talk about an emergency fund. An emergency fund is a cash reserve that is specifically set aside for unplanned expenses or financial emergencies. Some common examples include car repairs, home repairs, medical bills, or loss of income in times of you lose your job. In general, emergency savings can be used for a large or small unplanned bill or payments that are not part of your routine monthly expenses and expending. Meaning to say, you can save from your salary twice, then you can set aside. What do I need it? Why do we need it? To have an emergency fund first. Uh, you cannot foresee what will happen in the next coming days. Without savings, a financial shock, even minor, could see you back. And if it turns a debt, it can potentially have lasting impact. Okay, according to the researcher, research suggests that individuals who struggle to recover from a financial shock has less savings to help protect against a future emergency. They may really a credit card or loans, which can lead to the debt that generally harder to pay off. Okay, they may also pull from other savings like retirement funds to cover their costs. Okay, how much do I need in it? Okay, your emergency fund. The amount you need to have an emergency savings fund depend on your situation. For example, you are hospitalized. Who will pay for your bills if you don't have an emergency fund? Okay, think about the most common kind of unexpected expenses you had in the past and how much they cost. They may help you set a goal for how much you want to have set aside. Okay, if you're living paycheck to paycheck or don't get paid the same amount each week or month, putting any money aside can feel difficult, right? Diba? If you don't know how to plan and if you don't know how to budget your financial expenses. But even a small amount can provide some financial security. How do I build it your emergency fund or your savings? There are different strategies to get your savings started. Okay, this strategy cover a range of situations, including if you have a limited ability to save or if your pay tends to fluctuate. It may be that you could use all this strategy, but if you have a limited ability to save, managing your cash flow or putting away a portion of your tax refund are the easiest way to get started. Okay, every month you can save. Okay, it is according to the code. Okay, do not save what you are less after expenses, but save before you do the expenses, right? Then how do I build it? Again, How are you going to create your saving habit? First, you need to set a goal, having a specific goal for your savings. For example, you're going to save for the purpose, I'm going to travel next year. So you have a goal. You set a goal first. That is your first strategy on saving. Second one, create a system for making consistent contribution. Okay, there are numbers of different ways to save. Okay, you can save through your investment. You can save through your bank account. And you can save through lending of money, or this is what you call the term debtor. Okay, number three, we have regularly monitor your progress. Okay, you're going to find a way to regular check your savings, whether it is an automatically notification of your account balance or writing down running total of your contribution. That's number four tip. Then number five, we have celebrate your success. If you're sticking with your saving habit, don't miss the opportunity. Recognize what you accomplished. Okay. After you're saving, you're going to treat yourself because you reach your success. You achieve your goal. Your first tip, that is the goal number one, set a goal. Then find a few ways that you can treat yourself, or if you reach your goal, set your next one. Then you can set your next one. Then number five tip, take advantage of lower interest rate and fluctuating stock market. What does it mean? Okay, how to take advantage of the PIDSAR price interest rate cut, the biggest since 2008. Okay, so 2008, what is the downfall of our market? Okay, smart money moves to make when interest rate go down. Okay, last 2000, in the year 2008, our economic market has been down because of the economic crisis of the United States and all around the world. It may take some time before you notice lower interest rate filter down to your savings account or line of credit. Regardless, here are a few smart money moves you can make once the rate cut kicks in. Number one, your investment. Number two, if you have life insurance. Next, we have the Financial Pros offers smart investment tips during the coronavirus crisis. Okay, it talks about the economic shock of the coronavirus pandemic has caused us unprecedented strike. Okay, it 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 affects our financial plan for our daily living. Okay, more than 22 million Americans have lost their job. Even here in the Philippines, most of the workers have lost their job because most of the establishment that are not necessarily are closed. The market are rolling and American stress about and this are uncertainty are left with many unanswered questions. The how do investors determine asset allocation and the level of risk that for them? Okay, according to McClanahan, there are two factors that should drive portfolio allocation. The first, how do you have before you need to use your money? If you need your money in the near term, meaning that you are approaching retirement age or you recently retired, McClanahan says investors should be consecutive and deal back the risk. Okay, most of our business establishment has taking the risk. Okay, younger investor who can stomach swing in the market should be more aggressive with their all allocation. Okay, but how should I manage my investment in my 401 kilogram? According to Mark Clanahan, first piece of advice for investors is invested in 401 kilogram is to make sure that fees are low. If not, talk to your employer about lowering them. Okay, next, make sure that you are diversified, meaning to say you are going to properly distribute your budget or your expenses. Diversify your expenses, your budget. McLennan acknowledged that this can be difficult for investors and do not have a lot of money invested in their 404 kilogram and are probably a life cycle fund. As you invest more money into your 401 kilogram, you will need to determine as an asset allocation that is right for you. Okay, you can choose your allocation that is best right for you. Okay, let's talk about number 6. We have taken advantage of online technology to manage your money as well as compare terms and search for the best offer available. Okay, let's talk about this. About take advantage of social media platform on handling your finances. Number one, uh, this talks about the comparison of shop for financial product. Okay, most of us we are scared to go outside, so that's why we use online shopping to buy our basic needs such as our food, medicine, and many more. We do online shopping, okay, because we are scared to go out because of the pandemic, because of the virus that is really happening right now. We are not make sure that we are we are secure when we go out, right? We are not uh, safe to go outside because of the spreading of the virus is it's we do not we are not taking the risk into to go to the mall and some wet market to buy our daily our daily goods. Okay, a good rule to thumb when comparing any financial product or service is to look beyond the claims made in promotional materials or advertising, okay, including chart that suggests particular product service is superior or to competitors. The information might be accurate, but it's also like will be biased. Always ask yourself, okay, you ask yourself first whether the comparisons presented are relevant to you and your circumstances. And remember that while marketing materials can be a good place to start, their primarily purpose is to promote a particular product through the use to your online platform when you are buying goods. So where can you turn? What reliable sources of unbiased, independent information will vary depending on the particular type of product or service you are considering. Here are the following steps that you can help you. We have neutral online site. Okay, you can compare a variety of financial products by visiting websites that aggregate information from the broad array of financial product and service providers. Okay, for example, here in the Philippines, you have your Lala Moves, we have your Grab. Okay, you can purchase to an online shop, then you can have it delivery at your comfort of your home. Okay, it allows consumer to compare yields and fees for saving in terms of deposit accounts, term and cost for insurance policy, in interest rate, fees and terms for credit cards or to loans, personal loans, and mortgages. That's the number one. Okay, let's talk about consumer and money-related publication. Okay, here, independent product rating organizations such as Consumer Report, consumer advocacy groups such as Better Business Bureau, agree natin to, the, the Department of Agriculture has launched the, the partnership to the farmers that they were able to sell their product from farm to market road so that our farmers can be able to sell their products in partnership of the Department of Agriculture. Okay, we have Finance Magazine, frequently published comparison and rating for a wide range of financial product and provider from credit cards to home and auto insurance to health and retirement plan. Here we have local newspaper. Check the business personal finance section of your local newspaper for rates and fees, common consumer financial product. Then other providers. There's no harm I'm checking out the competition directly by requesting fee tables or term sheet for other financial institutions that offer the product or service you want. Okay, what are those product they are offering? Okay, next one, the last one is the offering materials. These include term sheet of mortgages and other loans, the term and condition circular for credit cards in deposit account, and the disclosure document for investment in other financial products such as prospectus or offering statement for bond or mutual funds prospectus. Okay, that's all for comparison shop for financial product. Well, let's talk about online banking. Online banking tips for beginners. Say most of us, especially, uh, we are not we we have our uh, what do you call this one? You are scary to use online banking. Okay, personally, I do not uh, use online banking, but because of the pandemic, I used to use online banking to pay our bills. Okay, first, begin online banking with a few steps. As long as you have a computer or a smartphone with access to internet and account with a bank or credit union account eligible for internet banking, is so easy to get started. Okay, there are tips on how to use online banking. Number one, gather your account numbers. Your account number should be on your paper statement. Your account number will also be on your bottom of your check or deposit slip. They are needed to enroll your account. That is number one. Number two, find your bank or credit union website. Okay, we have our many banks online. Okay, you can download application your bank name. Okay, look at one of your paper statement on the back of your debit or credit card to find the website rather than googling or clicking links in an email or text. If you visit your bank website for your smartphone, you may be prompted to download the bank or credit union mobile app that you can use for your phone. Okay, you can download your bank provider. Okay, let's proceed to number three. Okay, register for access to bank or credit union online banking platform. Okay, it says that if you are first time you visit, you followed the prompts to create an online account. You will answer questions to prove it's really you. Choose a username and password. Then set up security feature and preferences. Make sure that create strong password and do not use the same password for all accounts. Don't use information such as addresses and birthdays in your password. Okay, for more tips how to create strong password, uh, you can use emoticons or uh, asterisk so that your password has been strong and nobody can hack your account. Okay, number four, log in and take a tutorial. Okay, if it is offered by your bank or credit union to learn your way around the platform. Okay, what can you do with the online and mobile app banking? Okay, most transactions can be done online or through financial institution or the mobile application on your smartphone. Number one, check your account balance online at any time. You can catch error as an authorized activity earlier without having to wait for your paper statement. You usually can notify your bank or credit union and account errors through the online mobile banking application or chat function. Often you can see deposit in charges that are pending, meaning they have not posted to your account yet. Note that for pending debit card transaction, the amount you see may be not same as financial amount that was on your account. Okay. For example here, if you pay your bills through use of PayMaya or your bank account or GCash or whatever banking application that you have been downloaded in your smartphone, okay, 3 days, 2 to 3 days that you can post your bills in the system or whatever bills that you are paying for. Okay, consider whether you would like to continue to receive paper version of your periodic statement or other documents. Your bank or credit union may prompt to go paperless while you're set or online banking. Okay, for example, you are paying your bills, Meralco bills, in your PayMaya account. Uh, you can enter the reference number of your Meralco account number and the amount that you are going to pay. Then after that, you're going to process. Then after processing, uh, there is a reference number that you are going to receive from the system. Uh, to make sure that you have a receipt, you're going to screenshot then save for the purpose for the future use. Okay, most banks and credit union allows you to set up automatic notification to help you manage your account and alert you when any of the following happens. Okay, what are those? Maybe it will happen. A direct deposit is received rather. A large payment is charged. Yes, there it may happen that I encounter when I pay or when I know one of my clients send me a payment through uh, online platform. Okay, I did not receive any amount. Okay, those amount are not received by my banking account. So the money is lost. Okay, there are circumstances happen. Sending money, receive money, paying money. Okay, there are times or it may not happen or it will happen. You need to protect your online banking or your online payment. This mobile application make it easy to deposit a check in a few steps. What are those? Okay, when you're going to use your smartphone, You're going to download your bank or credit union app on your smartphone and haven't already understand any rules for your bank or credit union has about mobile check deposit. Okay, follow the direction in your mobile application to deposit the check. Hold onto the check for several days after deposit until you are sure it has posted to your account, meaning that it's no longer pending or any hold your institution has placed have expired. Number 5, destroy the check once it's clear by shredding it or tearing or cut it up. Okay, how do I get help with online banking? If you run into an issue, ask for help. If you need a specific guidance, contact your bank or credit union directly. You have your customer care hotline. So if you encounter some problem about your account, you can call the customer hotline so that you are going to ask question what are the problems you encounter from your online banking experience. Say number 7. Okay, manage your debt. Okay. This time of crisis and how we are going to manage our debt. Number 1, protect yourself financially from the impact of the coronavirus. Number 2, we have which debt and bill should you pay off first during COVID-19? Here's what money expert says. And how are you going to pay? Uh, if you're out of work as a result of coronavirus pandemic, you know that doesn't mean the bills have stopped coming in. Millions of people are faced with making some tough choices, like determining which bills they should pay and which they should temporarily put off. It is a very difficult situation if you're going to need to prioritize. Okay, you're going to prioritize which debt you are going to pay, or those who are essential or necessary. Okay, according to Jada Collins, a certified financial planner who runs the company Rookie to a veterans in Seattle, it's a definition of want versus need. Okay, it answered the want versus need. Collins says that when you're trying to determine which payment to make, everyone needs to ask themselves whether they can live without the product or service they are paying for. Okay, you are going to uh, look at into okay, which one is necessary, which one is unnecessary. Then you are going to choose which one you are going to prioritize when paying your debt. Then we have last one. We have the smart about money or the sum with what you call the sum. Okay, let's talk about the sum. The credit versus the debt. What is your debt load? Okay, it show up your success. To experience instant gratification, the high of having what you want right now. Okay, we have because you saw advertisement, you said you deserve something you did not have. Because you inbuilt someone else apparent happiness. Okay, that is your one. Okay, let's talk about the dealing with debt during the coronavirus pandemic. Let's talk about this. Tip to help ease the impact. How are you going to ease the impact of this coronavirus? Number 1, contact your lenders if you are at risk of missing payment. Okay. Just like me, I have many debt, but my debt is all about for my business transaction, for my small business enterprise. That's why I have my debt. So there's what you call the good debts and the bad debts. If you think may fall behind on your payments for your mortgage, auto loan, credit card, student loan, and other debt, call your lenders and explain your situation. Credit card companies and lenders may be able to offer your hardship program, also called accommodation. So that's why your company or the lenders is this what you call the lenders are you they will offer you some switching of these funds, okay, on how you are going to pay your debt. Okay, next one, let's talk about your protect your credit score. Okay, let's discuss it briefly. Okay, how are you going to protect your credit during the corona pandemic? Okay, if you are having trouble paying your bills, it is important to reach out to your lender or creditor. Many lenders or creditors have announced proactive measures to help borrowers impacted by COVID-19. Okay, the coronavirus aid relief and economic security, or this is what you call the CARE Act for forbearance in credit reporting the requirements that may apply for your situation. Okay, because we are going to consider our lendee to reapply or to give them a reallocation funds for their debt to the specific company or the lender. Let's talk about the credit reporting score. Okay, let's know your credit report. It is important, but the information of credit reporting companies use to create that report just as important, and you have the right to see that data. Okay, we have here the list. I'm not going to specify. I'm just going to enter a link so that you can go to the link that I just provided in my description. And this one, okay, let's talk about briefly the watch out for fraud. Okay, that's number 9 here. Number 9, beware of scam related to the coronavirus. There are many scammers happening right now with online banking. Scam offering COVID-19 vaccine cure, air filters testing. We have fake coronavirus related charity scam. Okay. It may mislead you. The most uh, uh, I guess this is what you call the scammer. 'Cause they create an organization that help to the poor, and they were invited to contribute of such amount of money. This is what you call charity scam. Is when a thief possess as a real charity or make up the name of the charity that sounds real to get money from you. Be careful about any charity calling you asking for the donation. Okay, if you are able to help financially, visit the website of the organization or your choice to make sure your money is going to the right place. And be wary if you get a call following upon the donation pledge that you don't remember making, it could be scam. Okay, try to, if some organization you are unfamiliar to you, just make some research so that you will not be able to experience the fraud or scam this COVID pandemic. The last one, what is the last one? Very important, take care of yourself and your health. Okay, let's talk about this. Get to the facts about coronavirus. Take steps to care for yourself and help protect others in your home and community. how to protect yourself in this time of pandemic? That is the question. Uh, okay, older adults and people who have severe underlying medical condition like heart and lung disease or diabetes seems to be a high risk for developing serious complication from COVID-19 illness. Okay, more information. Are you a high risk for serious illness? Those are the people that has pre-existing history of heart and lung disease are higher risk and the coronavirus. You know how it is spread. Okay, you're going to some research on how being able to spread this virus. This is currently no vaccine right now to prevent coronavirus disease 2019, or it is what you call COVID-19. The best way to prevent illness is to avoid being exposed to this virus. First one, you stay at home. Stay at home, then you can be able to help our frontliners uh, by combating this coronavirus. The virus is thought to spread mainly from person to person, meaning to say person to person. Okay, the saliva. If you are talking to a person, the saliva were able to transfer from you, from your face, or from your skin, and that's the time the virus is being able to spread from one person to another. Between people who are in close contact with one another within 6 feet, okay, through respiratory droplets. Okay, when you cough, when some person cough in the middle of the street, or if you go to the mall and a hospital, there is a possibility that you will get infected by the droplet when a person cough or sneeze or talks. This droplet can land in the mouth, noses of the people who are nearby, or possibly be inhaled into the lungs. Meaning to say, when the droplet is transferred from person to another person, then it is will probably go to the lungs or to the respiratory organ of a person. Some recent study, okay, based on the study that I've been presented to you, suggested that COVID-19 may be spread by the people who are not showing symptoms. Okay, this virus is showing that symptoms, okay, underlying, you will not be able to find out if the person are positive or not. This is what you call the person under investigation. Okay, everyone should. What are the tips that you are going to protect yourself and uh, being healthy in this time of COVID-19 pandemic? Wash your hands. Open with soap and water for at least 20 seconds, especially after you have been in the public places or after blowing your nose, coughing, or sneezing. It is especially important to wash before eating or preparing the food, before touching your face, after using the restroom, after leaving a public place, after blowing your nose, coughing, or sneezing, after handling your mask, after changing a diaper rather, after caring for someone sick, after touching someone, animals or pet. If soap or water are not readily available, use hand hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol. Cover all surface of your hands and rub them together until they feel dry. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with unwashed hands. Avoid close contact. Inside your home, avoid close contact with people who are sick. If possible, maintain 6 feet between the person who is sick and other household member. Okay, when you are going outside, Outside your home, put 6 feet and the distance between yourself and the people who don't live in your household. Remember that some people without symptoms may be able to spread virus. Okay, keeping distance from others is especially important for people who are in the higher risk of getting very sick. Then cover your mouth and nose with a mask when around others. Cover cough and sneezes. When you sneeze, you cover your mouth. Clean and disinfect. Monitor your healthy daily. Okay, you monitor yourself. If you are a fever, okay, just go to a nearest hospital to consult. Okay, there's the last one. Protect yourself and be healthy every day. Okay, I hope that you will be able to gain knowledge from this discussion. Then how are you going to manage your finances during this time of pandemic? And how are you going to manage it? How are you going to surpass this kind of challenges that we are happening right now worldwide? Not just only in the Philippines, but all over the world. Okay? Make sure that, you know, taking care of ourselves by eating a nutritious food, fresh vegetables as you are going to cook every day for your family and loved ones. Take vitamins every day so you can protect yourself. Then staying at home, use the social, if you have business or small enterprises, you can use social media as platform of your business. You can do online. You can choose business partners so that you have an income that we're going to get into your pocket. And also you can rolling your business from time to time. Okay, it is very important that your business will not be able to close. Then don't forget to don't forget to pray that we're going, every one of us from all around the world, we're going to surpass this pandemic. For those who are watching right now, I hope that this live stream, this topic will be able to help you in managing your finances. Okay, we believe that Filipinos is very resilient. Whatever whatever challenges that we are facing, we are we are we are hoping that someday this coronavirus will gone and we are going to back in the normal situation. But for now, uh, this I'm going to share it with you that no matter how hard it is, we will rise together as one. We believe our efforts, okay, we do our parts as individual for combating this coronavirus pandemic. We are we are using our different platforms to educate the young minds in order to give hope to everyone that in the coming days, this pandemic will end and everyone of us will celebrate. Okay. In every problem, there is a solution. We always find a solution for every problem. We together as one, from all over the world, we Filipinos are very resilient. in facing this coronavirus pandemic. Thank you so much for those who are watching right now from different parts of the world. I'm going I am very thankful that you listen to me. I hope that you learn a lot and use this positively in your daily lives. Always pray together and do our part in combating this coronavirus. Stay at home, pray, and do our part as human individual. I'm your host for this afternoon session. I'm Edward Encinas, saying see you tomorrow. Have a blissful Sunday and keep safe everyone. See you tomorrow, guys.